Hi guys, Gav's Tarantulas here. Just a video now just to say I've finally moved into my new place and I have rearranged my collection. So I don't actually know how many I've got at the minute, but I need to work that out. I think I'm in the 40 mark, I think, at the moment. But I want to get a lot more adults now and start breeding. But I did have a big enclosure going up through here, which is now there, which is my two crested geckos. So I don't know if you can see one of them there. And also my fish, which I do have a Siamese fighting fish in there, a male, which is a beautiful one, had him for years. And he's actually at the bottom laying down somewhere at the minute because we did pair him with a female because he was ready. And she literally just beat him up and ate all his fins, so he doesn't look like he normally does. So we're trying to get him back to normal. But this is where I've got most of my collection at the moment. And in this one that's open is the new one that I have, the grammostola pulchripes, the chocolate golden name. And this is the one that's in pre-molt at the minute, as you can see, all closed over. So should any day now be hopefully getting into that molt, and then I can find out if it is a female or male. I am hoping it's a female, and then I can get a male and we can start breeding on those. But I don't know if any of you remember from my previous video, or the one before, my Avic is a decent side, but she's absolutely annihilated her tank. She's just shot feces everywhere. It's just a complete mess, so I need to get that changed. So I'm going to do that now, get that all changed over, and I'll show you how to do this setup. Because I will do my setup, because I did do with a cork bark in the middle as like a tube, so she could go in and use that as a home, but she's never used it. She tends to build her web around the enclosure and stay midway up. So I'm going to change it, remove the cork tube and just put something else that I think she'll like more, and be a little bit more situated for her. So I'll show you that in a minute. I'll get her out and we can have a look, see how big she is, because I've not seen her fully out in some time. So I think she's a decent size now at the minute, but we will have a look in a second. Well, I'm going to start going through more of my species that I've got in here, because I've got some new additions as well, which I've not shown you before, so I will be putting them in an up and coming video. But it just amazes me. I was speaking to somebody today about it, and a lot of people, near enough everyone I speak to, think we're crazy keeping tarantulas, and they're absolutely scary and everything else. But obviously if you're watching this, you know you're a bit of a tarantula or spider fanatic, because you know, I just find them fascinating. They're beautiful as well, their colours, and slightly all different personalities, so be it if you do think they have them, but they are different and they all react different. But I just think it's very intriguing and very beautiful species. But everybody else just seems to think we're crazy, just seems to think that I'm mad for having them, and literally they don't like them at all. So you get the impression that if I was to say like, oh, there's a spider there on the floor right in front of you, they'd probably do something like this. Okay, so that's the impression I get from everybody. But when I get people here and they do have a look, some people don't come over, some people don't want to get close to the enclosures, some do, some start getting intrigued by some of the different beautiful colours, especially like the Versi colours always draw people in, and then some people start warming to it. So I just think it's good that we're doing these channels, so then educating people on them, breaking down those little barriers of them, that they're not really scary animals, they're not out to get you. And yeah, so I just want to go through, show a bit more of my collection, because there's a few things I haven't actually shown on some of my videos here. For some reason, I just don't know why. I've got a lovely king baboon. I've never shown that either, but I need to start showing him. Some of the other ones that I don't show is because they're just literally never out, or they already come out at night time. But I am going to try and work on getting some good footage of them. And as I said in the previous one, I've got quite a few in molt. So I'll go through that when they've all molted, and I'll show you them and do an update on those. But I'll get back to you about the grammostola pulchripes once that's all come out of his molt and find out what he or she is, and I'll stop going on and we'll get into the Avic and I'll clean that out and I'll get back to you and I'll show you what she looks like. Okay, here we go. Hey? Very dirty. There she is. You can see her. Very, very nice. Tank is very, very messy, so let's get this cleaned up. Okay, so all done, all ready. So there she is, all scrunched up, but she's ready to go in here. So if I pan back, there we go. What I've done with this one, because I did have the cork tube going up, obviously because it's a boreal species, as you know, but she never used it. All she ever did was stay low, and she stayed at the back on the glass in a little bed, and never used anything to do with height at all. So what I've done is I've broken it up, cleaned it out, turned it sideways, and then put it like that where she normally lays. So hopefully she'll go in and use it. She can still come up, get a bit of height if she needs to. So let's get her transferred. Angle. See if she'll go in. Turn it around that way. Okay. She goes, lays a bit of web. As you can see, she's gone in. Give her a chance to settle. Okay guys, so she's all done, she's all back in, put away. So I'm going to leave the video there. So thanks very much for watching, guys. What I was also going to say though as well is I did have a couple of other, you can't see me there, a couple of other teas that are my friends, so he's taken them now into his place, so they've gone. So what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description for him, because he's taken all of his over there. He's going to do his own videos, he's got his own channel, so I'll put that on there. So obviously if you're watching, you can go support him as well. And I should have another video coming up soon, but they're all back in there. And I've just noticed my Asian scorpion, forest scorpion, has just come out. You can see eating a grasshopper as well. So thanks very much, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, click to subscribe, and thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, and no one like me. Yeah, Yeah.